This video will demonstrate how to do the double crochet cluster stitch. Each of these stitches are referred to as clusters, but really they're just double crochet two together stitches, and then the stitches are made between the previous stitches rather than into the top of the row. So let's get started. This stitch can be accomplished with any number of stitches, and then you'll just add 2 chains onto your base chain to get started. So for 10 stitches, I've chained 12. I'm going to skip the first 3, working into the 4th chain from the hook. And then this turning chain will turn into our first double crochet, and then we will make our clusters along. So we are just going to work into that 4th chain, and we're going to double crochet 2 together. In order to double crochet 2 together, you basically make half of 2 double crochets and then link them together with a yarn over. I'll show you that more slowly. So we'll make those clusters all the way across this row. So we'll start by, just as if we were making a regular double crochet, we'll yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, and we will yarn over and pull through just the first 2 loops on the hook, and we'll leave 2 here. So that's half of our double crochet 2 together. Then we'll repeat that exactly into the same stitch. And that'll leave us with 3 loops on our hook. We'll yarn over, pull through all 3, and that creates our cluster. And we'll do that all the way across the row, ending with just a double crochet in the last chain. Once we reach the final chain, we'll just do a regular double crochet into the last chain. And we'll move on to row 2. So row 2, we are going to chain 3, which will count as our first double crochet there. And we're going to work our first cluster right between our last double crochet and the last cluster. So we'll just continue making double crochet clusters across the row, but we'll do so instead of working into the top of the stitch here like we usually would across a row, we are going to work between these 2 stitches. At the end of the row, we'll have our final cluster and that turning chain. So instead of creating a cluster here, since we're working between the stitches, we're only going to put a double crochet into the turning chain, and then each row will be sort of staggered with the amount of cluster stitches that we've got. So for the remainder of your piece, for as large as you'd like to make it, we just repeat row 2. And that's the double crochet cluster stitch.